Go ahead.
Okay. I was saying that the very first thing that I would say that I got advice from Erica and Marla and Kim was just to kind of throw yourself in there and don't hesitate. I had one pair of pants, and honestly, I accidentally ordered the long pants from Marla when I first decided to join under Kim. And I didn't even want those pants because they were a little too long for me. But I just I put them on, I took a picture in them, sent them back because they were too long for me, and posted a picture and said, hey, start in this group. And I invited every single person I knew. I didn't hesitate. I didn't say, oh, they might not want to join. I just invited everybody. And if they don't want to join, then they don't have to join. And that was kind of big for me. And then after I invited everyone and people just kind of started jumping on, and there's still people that I invited in the very beginning that are just now jumping on after a month. I just started doing as much lives as I could. And I think, again, I got this advice from a lot of people, even people that are not with ZYIA and with other companies. I watch them try to sell makeup or whatever. It's the live videos that work. I'm not 100% sure why, but they are just like, people want to see a real person. They want to see you with your children. They want to see you mess up. They don't want to see a perfect picture that a model's taking every time. They want to see what you look like in the clothes, and they want to see real life. So I think that that's huge. So I think go live every single day. It keeps your people looking at it and watching, and they love that. My kids are in the live video a lot of the time. I have 5 children, and it's a busy house, ranging from 1 to 13. So I'm super busy, and they're involved, and that's great. So going live every day, I think, is important. And what Erica was saying earlier about, and I think this is what you were talking about, Erica, about the non-branding stuff. I think that is huge, because I think if you share talents, whether that be, I'm a group exercise instructor, and I'm a personal trainer. So I can share a little bit of my exercise stuff, but just sharing your talent, whether that's cooking or like mental health advice, or any kind of advice that you have that you can encourage people to come. Sometimes I feel like if you're on a page and all they're doing is selling, it starts to, like, you might get discouraged by that, and you might not want to be on that page anymore. You're like, I'm not ready to buy anything right now. So I think if you start sharing other talents and have them come to your page for a different reason, that would be good too. So whatever kind of talent you have, I think that you can share, and I think that's beautiful. Let's see. Oh, also, I just went straight to my friends, my close friends and my family, and I said, hey, could you please add everybody that you think on your page that you would want? I just asked for help, and they did it. So that was huge. So that added a whole bunch of different people to my group, that I just asked. I didn't give them anything. I just literally asked, could you add people? And they did. Now those are like my best friends and my close family. That's who I asked for that. And then just recently, and this idea I got from Kim, and then I got from some other girl online too, was a grow your group thing where you do a giveaway, whether it's a gift certificate or I actually gave away some exercise bands I bought off of Amazon for like $20. So I didn't give away anything ZYIA. I just gave away something random. But it had to do with the product a little bit. So all I said was, hey, if you can add 10 people, just invite. They don't even have to join. Just invite 10 people from your Facebook page to my group. Say done at the bottom, and I will add you into this drawing. It wasn't crazy amount of people, but I probably added, I don't know, 30 people on my group just from doing that, maybe 40. So that was big for me. Let's see. To give back to them, I already said that. And I've been trying to do every day, Monday I do a motivation thing. So whether that's just like a Pinterest thing that's a motivation, or you get on there and say something. And Tuesday I do a trainer tip, and Wednesday I do workout Wednesday. So if you want to, that's a very themey, but that's kind of my style. So if you want to try something like that, I feel like, again, that will just keep people's attention. And it's sometimes not just about buying product from you. But then always wear the clothes while you're doing it, because that also helps. Let's see, I'm trying to see, I wrote notes earlier, I'm not sure if I have them all written down, but mainly just to be real and put yourself out there. I mean, that's what I've been doing. I just like put myself out there and see what happens. I was really nervous to go live at first, but right before this started, when all the quarantining started, I started this group that I called a lockdown challenge. It was a fitness group. And so I went live really for the first time in my life on this group, just because I was like trying to help people. And I'm like, here, I'm just going to give some stuff out there. And I think that helped me a lot. But honestly, I just had to do it. Once I did it, I was fine. But before that, I like thought about it and dreaded it. And it was just scary as all get up. But once I just did it, I was like, oh, it's not that bad. I mean, people know who you are anyway. So they're just, whatever. But so far, I mean, I'm a little over 3 weeks in, and I really do love ZYIA. I do. It's really exciting, and I feel like it's a fun program. I love working with all you girls, and I don't know, it's just a different world for me. I've not done a lot of things like this, but I have fitness groups and I teach classes and stuff, but this is just a little different. It gives me a little niche, and I don't know, I find it really exciting and fun, and I hope that people can see that. And I love the product, and I get a lot of it, and I'm in trouble probably for that, but I guess that's about all I have. If you guys have any questions or want me to talk more, I know I talk fast. I was a bit nervous. I can't
ask her any questions. Jamie, do you want to talk about, I know a lot of us on this call, maybe half of us have done leggings challenge. Can you want to talk about like where you got that and how that happened?
Yeah. I think I just saw it I looked a lot at y'all's page. And a lot of times I steal y'all stuff, and I know I've asked you guys if I can steal, and you're like, still away. But I definitely steal off of all the people's page that I can find. But I check out that ZYIA marketing a lot. I find that very helpful for me. The Facebook page, I think ZYIA marketing something. But that's where I saw the leggings challenge. And I just was like, well, whatever, we'll just give it a try. The good part is you don't really give anything away unless you sell a lot. So that's kind of where it's a nice breakup. So I just started it for the month of May, and I sold my first set of 10 by like day 11, May 11th. And then I started on my second, and it kind of went fast. And so now I'm on my third, and I think I have 3 leggings sold on my third round. So, I mean, I don't know. I keep pushing, and I think big thing is to keep reposting it. So don't just post it once, because it'll get lost, in the mix of your Facebook stuff. But if you just keep reposting it, or make it an announcement at the top of the page where they can see it, I think that's helpful, just so they know it's coming. And I just keep encouraging it, and they seem to really like it. And as soon as I gave away the first pair of leggings, I saw more people buying leggings. So as soon as you get to that point, I think it helps. So, because that's, expensive, and people want free leggings. Who doesn't?
Well, thanks for that, because I think that what really attracted me to like wanting you to do this really was the energy, like, the excitement, and people can feel that. They can feel that in your VIP groups. I know like Kelly does a lot of things when COVID first started to put non-ZYIA things like workouts and whatever in her VIP group, and it's genuine, it's authentic. And like the lockdown challenge group, like she was already doing that, and she kind of bridged into ZYIA, but I think people feel your authenticity. They don't feel like you just want them to buy something. And I think all of us here know that and feel that, but sometimes we get so stuck in like driving sales and being like for me, that's like kind of the switch. So when inventory is low, I channel my energy other places like that. I was the same way with Mystery Hostess. Like everybody talks about Mystery Hostess, and I have enough gear to where I could kind of give away and like let other people kind of like enjoy ZYIA and win. And that took off for me. So every month I have a $2,000 party, and it's mainly from Mystery Hostess. So I think you kind of just, number one, I think what's really important is the group. The group has to be cohesive. It has to be real. Like she said, her best friends in there are really important. If you don't have people who aren't on board like that, other ZYIA reps are very helpful. I can count on Marla and Kelly or whoever to comment on my things often, and that drives a little bit of, of activity. I get excited, like even today when I posted something, I had people commenting about my Keurig. Like, who cares really, right? But I was excited about it, and other people are excited about it, and Kelly and I love coffee, so we're excited about it. It creates excitement. I think that's the real thing, like for you to go from $1,200, like your first whatever you had in the first month, I was looking at numbers, and now you're like close to, I mean, you'll hit $3,000, you know what I mean? And I know we're talking about like recruiting or whatever, but I always say this: if you have a skill set that is really strong and stuff like this happens, it's not just a one-time deal. You're going to continue to do these things. Now, are you going to retain these huge numbers very quickly all the time? Maybe not, but you will be really, once you get a team under you, like once you do something really well with the one skill set, it trickles over, you just don't, like, you have your opportunities. But so I think the live is really important. Like I know Marla, she has a lot of confidence in going live, you know what I mean? And she's not the loudest person in the room. Usually it's Val or I, like Kelly either, just like you have certain like things where you're not comfortable. But I think being just like she said, you just dive in and you go at it. You don't have to have all the answers. So yeah, I think that, like, I just wanted you to share kind of what you're doing, and other people probably do the same things, but I think energy and your interaction is really special, and you really have to like work on that. Go ahead.
I think this is one thing I kind of discovered in another group that I was in, but I feel like this is super important. Sometimes instead of always giving advice or promoting the close or trying to do something like you being the leader always, sometimes step back and say, hey, I really need advice on a healthy dinner I can make tonight. I mean, it could be something as simple as that, or I'm so stressed out because my kids' mornings are crazy and I need some advice on how I can make my morning better. And as soon as you ask for advice, it makes other people feel important. And it's not just about you and your, what you're trying to do for yourself. It takes away from you and sends it to someone else. And I think that's a really important thing. And I think it helps get some talking going and just gets people's attention. People want to be helpful, and they will start talking on your page if you say something like that. That I've had that experience a couple times, and I think it's important.
Are you the guy on the team?
Marla, do you want to share? Kelly?
I was just gonna say, I love that, Jamie. Like that's so true. Like people don't want to be like I always. Sometimes I feel bad. Like I want to get people. Like people don't understand like when things go like come in stock, how quick they go back out of stock. So I kind of feel bad when I'm like, get on and get it. Like hurry, hurry up and grab it, because I don't want to be like feeling like I'm telling them what to do. But I also want them to understand the importance of like, hey, you gotta hurry up and get it because it's gonna go out of stock. But so like stuff like that. But I like when you said that, making other people feel needed, and like not that to make people feel like you always know that you got everything, like going perfect. It's not perfect. We're all living this crazy life right now. So like to not overthink your videos, not like I don't love going live, and it's something that I've tried. I'm just now like trying to get better at and do it. And now the more that I do it, the more I'm like, whatever, who cares? It's fine. But I definitely was not my, something I love to do. Hang on, baby. Because I have a really busy, crazy life and kids and animals that never leave me alone. But so like today my life was like with, I don't even know, 3 or 4 kids in the room and a couple of animals and, whatever. But it is what it is. Like people like to see real life. They don't want to think that everything's, perfect and all the time. Because I mean, sometimes social media can, perceive that to make everything look perfect, but it's definitely not the case. So I just say like, don't overthink it. Always, ask for help. Don't be scared to ask any questions. Like I ask a million questions still to Erica all the time. So, I mean, Jamie's just been super genuine and like laid back with it and having fun with it. Like Kim's been too, like it's just been, you know, they're just having fun with it, and really people can tell, like people can sense your love for it without like, you know, you gotta like what you're selling. And, like I've sold for other companies before and I just haven't like been super into it for some reason, and people can read that, people can tell that, and if you aren't like, you know, super genuine about it, then you know that shows. So just you love the product, show the product, wear the product, and it'll kind of sell itself, I feel like. So I mean, I love, like Jamie definitely does have different little you know, contests or like, you know, requests from her members and stuff to help keep them involved, and people like to feel like they're involved, you know. So I think that's part of the reason why she's been so successful. So
Mama, get out the window.
okay, no, I got kids. Kids talking.
I made my husband take my kids on a walks.
Yeah.
They can
I only got one with
30
me, but I
minutes.
got the loudest one with me.
Keep
So
walking.
Get her in the pro.
I'm gonna mute myself.
But what I will say really quick is, I know I harp on like wearing the product or whatever, and like you can see, listen, Marlo loves Adidas, right? But that is like exactly who she is. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't change who she is. Like, and I know Kelly and I talk about this often with social media. Like we don't change who we are just because we want sales. Like, and my posts that I make, I might not get any sales from them, but it's myself building the community because that's what I want out of my business. You know, I want to be able to do that. Like I was telling Bailey, like I did some things earlier in life and I never really had a team or whatever. And this has grown so quickly. It's the perfect fit. It literally, it changes my confidence. It changes, like I lost soccer and now I have this. I didn't get to spend time with my friends except for, you know, I never really saw Marla ever, you know, like we never saw each other. So it's built a community for me and it's given back to me something I felt like I was missing in my life. So people feel that, they feel the energy. And yeah, I'm thankful that you guys are here and learning and growing with me. Like I was in here taking notes, like, you know, and I love that part of it. I learned stuff from people on my team all the time. And I've been doing it for almost a year and a half. Like, so I think it just goes to show you, like, and I think what Kim and Jamie and Marla have is really special because it's intimate and it's real and it's not like ginormous numbers and ranks, but it's a good foundation of something that will grow very quickly. And I told Bailey this today, like, you will look back a year from now, Kelly and I look back and we're like, April, like we didn't sleep. We were freaking crazy. Like then it just, the momentum was coming, but our behaviors were something every single day because we were ready for that. Like we were delusional because we were thinking about it in our sleep. We were waking up early, like we were grinding. And although it was exhausting and we owe our husbands a lot for picking up the slack for us for that last week, April, it was fun. So I just love the collaboration. I love to try other things. I don't care. Anyone can take my stuff or whatever. Like I know Paige is working on some recruits. Like I will jump on a call. I will do whatever you guys need so that you can feel what we feel like this last year. So Kelly, do you have anything?
Let me unmute. The TV is so loud in the background. Can you guys hear me? All right. Jeez. Just to kind of go off on what Marla said and Jamie has said, I think it is really important to be relatable. Like, it's okay that your kids are in the background. Like, people want to see that. Like, that's real life. So I think too, like when you go live, you're not going to have like the perfect setting. It's, I mean, maybe you do. And if you do, shoot me some tips. But that's real life. Also too, if you're nervous to go live, don't watch it back. So Eric and I talk about this too, like go live and then don't watch it back. So your triumph is, oh my goodness, I just went live, I did it, and not, oh my goodness, why did I say that? Why did my kid just cross, in my path? Oh, there goes my phone, it just tipped over. Like, who cares? That's not real. Like, people aren't going to sit here and like say, oh my goodness, did you see her kid walk through? Like, they don't care. They are only paying attention to what you're saying. So I think, just be as relatable and as yourself as possible. And I mean, like, look, like my face is getting red right now from talking. And it's like my Irish blood comes out anytime I'm like, and I can't not talk with my hands. And like, my people know that. Like, when my hands get going and my face is red, they're like, oh, there's the Irish Italian girl. Like, it's getting good. What is she saying? But that's real life. So I think it's just really important to be, you know, relatable and yourself, and grow your community in terms of thinking maybe what can you do for them versus how is this going to benefit me in sales. So I think that that's important too, to kind of do that as well, is switch your mindset on your community. Do things for your community. Do that, you know, give away your bands. Like, so I think all of that is really important as well. That's what I got for you.
Any questions? Thanks for joining us, Rachel. Well, I will share a little tidbit. I know we're really, we're working on a June leadership series, and I know like Kelly and Marla, I think you guys were part of the last one that we did. The trainings were exceptional. I mean, like Chrissy Tager, she's at the top, like she's getting ready to do one for us. Like Aaron Bradley came on, like it was awesome. So we only get 5 people a person, but I know Rachel is a part of it, and Marla's got someone, Stacy. So, I mean, just keep, and I want to get you as much exposure as I can to these trainings, because literally they've changed my life. They've taught me everything. And these trainings right here and like these calls, if you can't catch them live, make sure you just catch them on the replay. But so I'm preparing for that. Between like all the directors in my group, like I'd like to be able to provide something like this. I don't care if you have 0 team. I don't care if you have 0 sales. Like, I don't care. Like, if you're willing to get on and share success and share tips, like, or brainstorm about recruiting. Recruiting is like literally is something I focus a lot on, because it has changed my legacy income fourfold. You know, I'm sure there's 2 or 3 people on this call. April was the biggest paycheck that I've ever received in my whole life, and there's more to come from that. So if you're driven by finances and by financial stability, recruiting is very important. So, you know, like I said, and I know Kelly said, we talk about this a lot, like sometimes it's hard to balance it all. You know, it's like parties and VIP groups and recruiting or whatever. But the things that Jamie talked about tonight, they hit all of it. They hit sales, they hit recruiting, they hit everything. You just have to be genuine. But one thing is for certain, you have to present the opportunity. If you don't talk about it, no one can say yes to your team. You know what I mean? So I really love the intimate setting that we have right now, and I want to keep that going and keep us connected. I know it's hard, even when we're locked down, to be away from our family for 30 minutes, but you guys let me know what you want to hear and what you want to talk about, and I'll put it out there. So, like I said, June leadership training is coming. If you want access, Lindsay, I think, and I are working on a summer success series. It's like a series of videos. If any of you guys want to go like live like this and talk about anything that you feel really passionate about, I'm just putting it out there on my YouTube channel, and that'll be a great resource for us to use when we recruit or when we onboard new people. So, does anyone have any, I mean, how many days we got left? I don't even know. 12, 10? No? 15? What? It's the 19th. How many days we got? 31.
12 days left.
In this month? Is that what we're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So
there's like 12.
12 days left. So if you guys have been watching the calls with Sam, those are great. Like, I love hearing from him. I always say that he should be like a news broadcaster, sports broadcaster. He has like that voice where you're like, ah, to the light, you know?
So is he like the co-pilot? Is that who he is? Or is he, I'm not sure.
Sam is just like a third party. You know, he was
Like a consultant almost, like how to drive your business.
Yeah, and he was with Rodan for a long time, so a lot of people know him from Rodan and Fields. But
okay.
he says some things like, and I will tell you this, he said something on the first call that is very, when you think about the website and everything, we literally every week capture the force field, right? We literally release new products every single week. Like Target, Nordstrom, they never have 15 to 20,000 people getting on the website at noon. Like nobody, no company has that right now. We're capturing the force field of a lot of people, and that includes us. That's why recruiting is so important. We're personal shoppers, right? We buy for ourselves and we drive volume for ourselves. So like what I would tell you is that, you know, ZYIA has a lot of great things going for us right now. And listen, if you don't get a sale today, like I was telling Bailey, I sometimes don't get any sales in one day. And then like the next day, I'm like, it's like gangbusters. Like people are just hitting me up. And I think it's great that we're releasing new products every week. So if you have a chance to watch Sam's calls, he's great.
That's actually what I was just going to say. If you can jump on Sam's call, we do. When Eric and I first started last year, that he was saying, you know, he would say like from here, you know, a year from now, this is going to happen, or this is how ZYIA is going to be. And it's 100% spot on. Like he called the position that we're in right now. Like he is, if you guys can watch him, I would highly recommend it. He'll help you get your business off big time.
So I think that's really it. A new release is tomorrow. I mean, if you don't have Instagram, follow ZYIA Family. They do the videos. I think one thing that I've been using a lot in my verbiage on my posts is forever outfit. And you can use it however you'd like, but if you're working from home, if you work out a lot, like that's your forever outfit. I've been really using that a lot, forever brand, forever outfit, because everybody's kind of wearing the same thing right now. You know, like I'm looking for ways to dress things up, but I don't really have anywhere to go. So, you know, it's funny, like I have a touchstone party or whatever, and I bought a bunch of jewelry, like I don't really have anywhere to wear it to. So, so right now everybody's in a forever outfit. Everybody's looking for that forever brand. So if you guys have any questions or want the call links from Sam, please reach out to me. I like literally took all these notes the other day from him, like Kelly said. Other than his projection of sales, like in growth in this last month, everything he said is pretty spot on. I talked to Katie Harlan today, and she did say projectively, she feels like June will be big. So that's why we're planning the leadership in June. June will be big. She said July might be a little, you know, like usually our summer months are kind of iffy because everybody's out and whatever. But August, depending on like kind of what happens by state and with COVID, like August is always like gangbusters, back to school, and then the Christmas holiday. So I know it seems crazy to think about Christmas right now, but think about the volume if you start building teams that you will receive by December and January. The November, December, January, those months are life-changing. So think about momentum. I know everybody hates to run here, right? I do. So think about your training for a 5K or whatever, man. It's momentum, and we're doing a really good job of that. So thanks for getting on. I appreciate it. And reach out to me if you guys have any. We did discover ZYIA. I know like Bailey was in one with the bigger group. If you have like prospects, I know Rachel has some in the hole that you think could benefit from another viewpoint or another story. I love putting my people I recruit in there because you can hear from me anytime, you know. But hearing from other people is really important of their story, like Jamie's story, Kim's story, like all of you guys' stories are really important. So if you guys want to do a Discover ZYIA and you have people that you think will be really great for the company, we can put it together. We just need to know, you know, if that's something that you want to do. So, sound good? All right, girls.
Nice.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
everybody.
Thank you, Jamie.
Bye, y'all. Thank you so much.
Bye, Jamie.
Oh, how cute are you?
Oh.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.